Okay, when I was coming up, yeah, I loved to draw. I used to like draw like little, I don't know, like little basketball players or gym shoes and stuff like that. So I had that side of art with me. And then at the time when I actually went to school for graphic design. So even in class, like I would do the design stuff, but then I would make beats in class. I would put like my program on their computers, and then I would just try to make beats in class at the same time while we got projects to do and stuff like that. So yeah, it was a bit of both. The teachers didn't know that I was doing that. So I'm always conscious of the artwork and the music to kind of come together. You know what I mean? Art in the schools, for me, I wasn't really fully engaged, at least in the music programs. I was more in like the drawing classes. But from a music standpoint, I mean, it's just another outlet. You know what I mean? And by you taking that away from a lot of kids, they, you know, because some kids, you know, they still trying to find their way. So, you know, if you taking all the programs away, they're gonna find another solution to kind of, because a lot of it comes down to, depending on your situation, escapism. You're trying to escape away from your environment and all those different things. So, you know, music, at least from my standpoint, was, you know, because, you know, having family problems, like that was an escape for me. Music is an escape for me. I deal with stress like that. I deal with a lot of different problems through music, because I'm not like no rapper or anything like that, or, you know what I mean? So like that music for me is an escape. So by kids not really having that in school, you know what I mean? Like they turn to other different things, and sometimes it's not the best things. Me expressing myself creatively through drawing. I'm the only child up until I was like 10 years old, and I had my sister. You know what I mean? But that was the way how I was creative. You know, I spent a lot of time by myself. So like, yeah, if I'm not doing anything, I'll find something in a little book or something and try to recreate it, you know, in my own way. I never thought in a million years it would lead to all of this. It was just an outlet for me, you know what I mean? Because like I said, I didn't have a sibling or anything like that around me. So like, yeah, the drawing was definitely something that I kind of gravitated towards, through, you know, or even like if I was in high school, like I would make fun of people, because I wouldn't talk about you, but I could draw and make fun of you that way, you know what I mean? So I'd make you look crazy and all that stuff. I think one of the things that I've kind of seen over the years is like really, you know, seeing how music impacted me, that I want to give back to, you know, somebody else, you know, through any form of fashion I can, you know, whether it be mentoring, you know, talking to them, you know what I mean? Because I knew it was very important for me, and I knew it kept me out of a lot of trouble. Music kept me out of a lot of trouble, because I could have been running the streets, but some cats don't have that. So, you know, having a mentor or somebody you can, you know, talk to and give them a different way, as far as creatively, you know, I definitely want to, you know, I think that's the end result of my musical capacity. Like what I want to do is like give back any form, fashion, knowledge, time, whatever, you know, back to the youth. Mainly like in that 14 to 18 range, mainly for like young men, if possible, you know what I mean? Just to give them a different path though, or at least an option, and then they can take it how they want to take it though. My biggest concern with the youth, as far as like a lot of the stuff that's going on in the community and the world, you know, especially being a person of color, is like, man, it's hard for me being in the UK and seeing what's going on over in the states that I actually lived in, and then even some of like this, you know, like out south and the murders and things like that. I don't never remember it being like that when I lived out here. You know, me seeing it as an American citizen in a completely different country and seeing that this stuff is going on. And it's been there, but it's getting filmed now. People have access to being able to putting proof to all this craziness. So I think one thing is just trying to, you know, keep yourself, you know, out of trouble. That's the main thing, you know, finding different outlets to kind of express yourself, you know, and not putting attention, you know, to stuff, I guess. Like you don't have to defend every single thing, just pick and choose your battles, you know, as we all need to do. A lot of the youth now are just trying to give them more options, other than, you know, like you said, with the either this playing ball, music, rapper, and then obviously the worst of all is the dealing the drugs. So I get it. You know, you got to make money, but you can apply that same mind state to doing something that's going to be a little bit more legal. Yeah, just giving them more options, you know, I think is very, very, very important. You know what I mean?
which creates way more artists, way more beat makers, way more MCs than there was back in my time. What I'm trying to say is, in a sense, back then it was almost easier for us to get recognized as long as we stayed focused and, you know, really did our thing.
We come out the record store, we go to my car, only to discover that someone had broke into my car and stole my backpack and largest backpack.
DITC as a whole shaped the sound of sampling, plain and simple. Mastery of filtering, truncation, mastering of giving depth to records.
To see him coming, I'm still thinking that's some sound guy or whatever, and he's going, da, 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 and I go, huh? And he just stole on me. Pop and clocked me like right around here, like he got me good. As soon as I went to punch him back,